would say we were good together. I would say we had fun.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. If you're new, please do consider staying by subscribing and becoming part of the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I've been tagged on the 30 categories, 30 perfumes by numerous creators. My partner called me over this and she said, I think you should do this tag. And then I got tagged by Nikki Purposeful Life and a lot of other creators. So a lot of creators have jumped on this trend and I said, I'm going to take it on. This is a tag that was created by Dr. ClaireSmith, right? Dr. ClaireSmith is also a fragrance YouTuber here. She talks about a lot of fragrances. She's a scientist and there's a lot that you could learn, from her channel, other than just perfume reviews. She gets into the ins and outs of deeper details to do with fragrances. She is a scientist, as I said. So she's the original creator of this tag, but I am doing this video in response to myself being tagged by Nikki Purposeful Life. So the first category is going to be the vanilla scent, right? So this is a vanilla scent that I would choose over all vanillas if I wanted a beautiful vanilla scent to my nose, and it's Spanish vanilla by Al Rehab. They nailed it. It's the most flawless vanilla I have come across. This to me just gives me a flowy vanilla. So Spanish vanilla, guys, by Al Rehab really did make that cut and it was a no-brainer for me. The second category is that of rose, and for me when it comes to rose, no one did it better than Rose 01. This, yes, is similar to Delina. It's going to remind you of Delina, but I like how Swiss Arabian, amped it up a notch by giving it longevity. Now, here's the thing. Delina is long lasting. Don't let anybody make you think otherwise. Delina is a beast, but this amps it up a notch. For me, this does it, guys, when it comes to the quintessential rose scent. It's such that I even have to think about it, when I want to wear it, because it is that polarizing. And then the next category, guys, is going to be oud. And with oud, I know I talk a lot about Middle Eastern fragrances and it's easy for some to think I love oud that much. But with me, an oud has to be done a certain way for me to appreciate it. And the one I knew I was going to put, I bought this from a duty-free shop because of how the oud is done. This is Atkinson's The Other Side of Oud. This house, okay, if you bought The Other Side of Oud, if you bought Oud Save the Queen, they do their oud sort of like in a way that the non-Middle Eastern nose will adapt to easily. I love fragrances with a note of oud, but I don't want the oud to be stanky. I don't want it to be bunyardy. I don't want it to be smoky. I don't want it to push to screechy. I don't want it like in your face type of way where when you walk into the room, you kind of rubbish everybody's scent. I know some people wear fragrances for that, but I want to enjoy my oud. And that is what I get, guys, from Atkinson's The Other Side. The next one was Gourmand. Now this was easy, okay? We've had a lot of servings of Gourmand fragrances, no lie. In fact, 2025 was just dedicated to Gourmands after Gourmands. I remember reading on the Paris Corner Instagram comment section where some people were saying, enough of the Gourmands, enough. Then Arabiette gave us this. This is what you see here is exactly what you get. I wear this fragrance, guys, if I'm in the mood of smelling like ice cream. And that's what you're going to get from this fragrance. There is something in here that kind of feels like devotion in the way the lemon tart feel is. But this is nice. This is nice. This just transports me to this fairyland and I love it. The bottles, Arabiette went crazy. They went crazy and this was one of the crazy ones, but with what it's doing, it's befitting. It's befitting. But for those who are curious, it does smell a little bit like devotion or lira, okay, if I'm gonna put it that way. And the honey fragrance. I find that honey, in fragrances, is either a love or hate, depending on what other notes it's paired with. And I have this fragrance. This is L'Oreal de Bois Farce Essential. This is a dated feel of a honey. Okay, this is dated. It even smells moldy. Okay, it's weird, but I like it. It works. This one kind of takes it into that, old school type of vibe, and I like it. So for the category of honey, this is definitely the one that I have decided to put there. It's L'Oreal de Bois. Okay, L'Oreal de Bois, and it's FATS Essential. Moving on to the citrus category, another easy one for me. This one was so easy because Paris Corner just did it for me in Indomitable. Not a fave for a lot of people. I find some people say this is childish, this doesn't do it for me, but to me, they nailed it. This is childish in a very nice way. It reminds me of a giant bottle of Fanta, cold one, fizzy. You know, when I was in a trade fair with my mom or at some theme parks and stuff growing up, this is how, you know, I enjoyed the moment where she would give me a huge glass of Fanta, because that was my drink of choice. It was between Fanta or cream soda from the company Coca-Cola, but Fanta, you can't go wrong. And this is like Fanta in a bottle to me. Beautifully done citrusy scent, very sweet, almost realistic orange rind, sweet tangerine rind, orange rind, that sort of thing. It's indomitable, and this is always going to be my easy reach when it comes to the citruses. All year round was another easy category. This is one fragrance that you can wear from January to December. This is seasonless. When I created this fragrance, I made sure that it's going to tick the boxes: unisex, feminine, masculine, summer, winter, autumn. So this is easy for me. This is one all year round fragrance, and what best than to pick it up now when it's actually going for 119. It's discounted, guys, in honor of Memorial Day. So you can purchase Proud Mary Extrait de Parfum for 119. You can purchase Numero 2, our second creation, for $89, and you can take advantage of the discount by purchasing both, because they will cost you $189 as opposed to $199. And we have an introductory welcome code when you're using our website for the very first time. So you can buy these ones off YouTube right here on this page below. I'm going to link the store, or you can purchase them on our website. Okay, now the next category is going to be tuberose. And tuberose, the one fragrance that I had, okay, for tuberose was Martha by Mimo. And then another one that I had for tuberose, there was a time when I was tuberose crazy. The other one I had for tuberose was Rouge Malachite. But I'm going to rest it out when it comes to the way that tuberose is done, and I'm going to give it to Maison Crivelli. If there's one fragrance I'm going to buy from Maison Crivelli, much as I am so tempted to buy my hibiscus mahajad, you know, I kind of have to deprogram myself and say, no, it does not remind me of anything remotely close to Delena for me to get it. I probably would buy Tuberose Australia first, right? This is a beautifully done tuberose scent, guys. I just have it in a travel size, but I have two. So these are in the size, what size is this? I think it's 6 mLs or 5 mLs. So I've got 10 mLs of this, and if you know Maison Crivelli, you just need 1 ml for the whole year, okay? That's how he does his fragrances, especially the ones in a darker bottle. So for the tuberose category, I will take Tuberose Australia, okay? Now for the spring fragrance, look at this. Just look at this bottle. I mean, look at this. Al Haramain got it right, okay? The only thing I can fault this one for is, again, it gives me the rose in sort of like a La Rosé, you know, style. Okay, where if you've smelled Delina La Rosé, you pretty much have a representation of this fragrance, but this is the most delicate spring flowers, especially that rose garden, okay, flower garden. So this to me was an easy pick for spring, all right? And it is Al Haramain Miracle Duba. Now the next one, I'm just going to make sure that I don't break anything, because there's so many fragrances here. Summer, you know, when it comes to summer, I just go for freshies, because those are the ones that are not going to pull me apart when it comes to very, very hot weather. This is an Inspiration Decreed Silver Mountain Water, and it is an offering by Latafa, and it's called Mahajam Silver. It just smells like it looks, right? It just replicates a block of ice. I'm wrapped in freshness every time I wear Mahajam Silver, okay? Unfortunately, it won't last long, but it's good. I mean, it's good for the heat. Then for the autumn fragrance, Teriac Intense there from the house of Latafa, Quinton Beach Snows. A refinement of the original Teriac. This is going to have that plum liqueur. It's going to be a little bit boozy. It's going to have the woods and the spices, all the nice stuff. It's going to be boozy and sweet at the same time. So this is an easy, very easy autumn one for me, guys. It's Teriac Intense. Musk Halash handed it to me on a silver platter. Musk blend. Nothing beats this musk in terms of it being a long-lasting musk. Okay, I've played around with a lot of musk fragrances, and some I have come with here and said you would have to use this to empower person. This you can wear on its own. Okay, and I like that this is the nose behind the honor of Hadlash, one of the brothers. Okay, it says I can't read that, but there is something that says Perfumer creation. Okay, it is not Bushra's creation, but the brother, and Bushra is the one that's studying perfumery, and she also is a co-owner of Hadlash. But this for musk, thank you Hadlash, musk blend, you got it. Now for the tropical category, Dubai Portrait, and I'm on my second bottle, and I'm pretty sure if I finish this one I will probably buy another one. This is mango done in a very different way, guys. A juicy mango that meets with white florals, that greenish jasmine, okay, and that osmanthus. This is beautiful. There is a dated feel to this fragrance. It feels grown, but I love it. It's not your quintessential playful mango scent, but it is certainly on the tropical side. So this will certainly make a comeback in my collection once I run through it. It's Dubai Portrait. Then there's a category of sexy. Guys, if you watch the video of me talking about this fragrance, Desert Dusk by Orientica, this is sexy, this is alluring, this is just elegant. Okay, this is flawless. Wow, this is just gorgeous. It's hard to even put words there to describe what this fragrance is doing. The one fragrance that I had or that I have in my collection that kind of reminded me of this, but this became the reason why I didn't buy it, was that Ella K. Musky. Okay, those are the vibes I get from this. And after I got this Desert Dusk, I was like, I'm not buying that because I would rather just have this. It's beautiful, guys. It is certainly musky, but it has that alluring, sensual feel about it. It's gorgeous. Okay, so this is in the category of sexy perfumes. I would definitely go with this one, Desert Dusk by Orientica. In the easy to wear category, guys, this is the simplest. Shahaf, right? Swiss Arabian Shahaf, just simply Shahaf. This is something that I don't have to think of. I use this even as my hairspray. I know that there is hair perfume for a reason. If you don't want, your hair to dry due to the alcohol and stuff, you need to use hair mists and stuff. But this is just a simple perfume to me. It has this praline note that makes it creamy. Okay, very easy to wear, very creamy. If at all I was left with just but one fragrance and this was it, it would work. It would work anytime because it's seamless. It doesn't have the performance that some of the Swiss Arabians have, and the price point does also point out to that, the fact that the performance is not really good. This is going to be the more affordable Shahaf. I love it, guys. This is just a simple, easy to wear everyday perfume for me. And then we move on to the category of pretty perfume bottle. If I hadn't gotten my nose on these House of Oud, I probably would have come here with perhaps the Carolina Herrera Sexy Shoe. But once I got my very first House of Oud, fragrance, I think it's more of the bottle that's making me buy these and collect them. Well, the juice I appreciate too. I like how they play around with these complex ingredients. These bottles are simply gorgeous, and for this category, guys, I'll just give it to the House of Oud. Then we move on to Beast Performance. Guys, there is a fragrance that's gonna last in my collection for years because of how beastly it is, and it is from Maison Alhambra. I talk about Avant Silk a lot, guys. This is powdery, this is choky, like if you to go back to the classroom when you were growing up, unless you are still in school. Well, I'm talking about those that have left school. Your teacher is writing. Those were the days where they would use chalk, right? Writing with a chalk, and then she dusted off with that dust, whatever. And then sometimes the teacher would do that. That's how dusty, choky this is, okay? But in a fragrance way, it's musky, it's powdery. But don't let that be the driving factor to you deciding to purchase this. It's not light by any means, shape, or whatever. It's beastly. This will last until, I don't know, it has a thing of rising up when you're ironing the clothes. So this is beast mode We start here, we end here. Bye. Have a nice day. Avant Silk from Maison Alhambra. Then we have the category of spicy and embery. Nothing beats this Paris Corner, guys. This is Kahila Luxe. Booze, ember, wood, spices. In a nutshell, this is what this fragrance represents. It's very similar to Kayali's Invite, only they nailed it. And for my embery scent, this Kahila Luxe from Paris Corner takes that spot. For the category of feminine perfume, this is the most delicate, the daintiest, girly perfume in my collection. Again, from Paris Corner, this is Fiora. This is inspired by Dama Bianca, and this is a lighter interpretation to that DNA. I absolutely love this fragrance. And just look at the bottle, guys. Isn't this feminine looking? This is gorgeous. So for a feminine perfume, this is definitely one that I thought to drop there. It's Fiora, the original one from Paris Corner. We move on to the romantic fragrance category. This again was easy to me. Nothing speaks romance than Woman in Golds by Kilian. This is beautiful. This is not mature. It's not childish. It's just a beautiful fragrance. It's flawless. There's nothing to fault this fragrance for. For me, it just does enough. This to me is a romantic scent. The only thing that some might have a problem with, when it comes to Women in Gold is perhaps the performance. And then moving on to the Femme Fatale fragrance. This is a Valaya DNA creamed up. If you cream it up, if you whip it up, add some cream to that, you end up with a mauve. And this is Pearl d'Eau. All right, Pearl d'Eau. Valaya, the DNA in itself, I find quite screechy, but this I can wear anytime, any day. So this to me is an overall femme fatale fragrance. It is just one that commands, presence, and this just speaks to the lady in me. So Pearl d'Eau does certainly take the spot of femme fatale. Next category is inspired by perfume, and I guess in this case they mean the best inspired by perfume in terms of what it's how it represents the original. Now, if you know me, you know I love Kilian's, and I still owe you a Kilian ranking video, and I think I'm going to drop that in my shorts channel. We do have a shorts channel, guys. I'm going to drop that in my shorts channel. And the one Kilian that I smelt, this is not the Kilian. This is an inspiration. This is Pandora, and this is Double Black. When I smelt Back to Black, I was like, Pandora was onto something. Pandora by Paris Corner was onto something. Double Black to me is one hell of a good inspiration to what it's going. Next one is woody. Okay, under woody, I'm going to put this one. This is woods in smoke. It doesn't get realistic to me when it comes to woods than this. Yes, it does have the vanilla, but it's a very woody, smoky scent. It actually reminds me of dry wood, okay, or a braai, which is also known as a barbecue. That's woody smoke and, walking in a forest. That's what I get from this. So I chose, Al Oud Intense for that reason. And at this point, I realized I had missed the winter category. So allow me to cheat, guys, and say Amir Al Oud Intense will also double up as my winter scent. I noticed this when I was editing and it was too late to redo everything. This is going to be in the woody category for me. It just does borderline do too much. It is inspired by the fireplace, by the way. For a dark scent, I'm going with Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. This is, to my nose, a dark resinous scent with a good dose of tonka and of course that myrrh. It's warm, it's rich, it's pretty serious. Okay, it's pretty serious, and some may actually say it's gothic. Those are the vibes that I get, guys, from Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. So for the category of dark, I am going to choose this one. Next up is the Ember category, and Fragrance World Soir is inspired by Grand Soir by MFK. And if you know that fragrance, you will know that it's all ember, benzoin, and spices. So Soir by Fragrance World took that spot right away. My scent for the Christmas category is going to be Zimaya's Divine, Sharaf Divine. This, of course, is inspired by that Angel's Shea DNA. This has a cinnamon and caramel mix in it, and some booziness that give it that Christmas vibe. It kind of reminds me of hot cross buns or just that apple pie feel. So this is definitely one that I thought to put under the category of Christmas. It is Sharaf Divine by Zemaya. For the iconic fragrance, guys, I'm gonna give Chanel number 5 Her Flowers. This is an acquired scent. It's not at the top of my favorites. Sometimes I actually wear it for bedtime. Sometimes I find it doing too much at bedtime, but I love the history behind this fragrance. I love how the use of the aldehydes in this fragrance are either you love them or you don't. It is a fragrance that actually came to be by a perfumer's mistake, where they poured more aldehydes than necessary, and for some reason Chanel herself loved the formula more than what the perfumer intended to show her to choose from. So she loved the one that had a mistake, and they called it Chanel number 5. So this is iconic, guys. This is just one of those bottles that I think my collection would feel empty if I didn't have this in my collection. It is also one that lasts a great while because it's very long lasting. It just completes my collection. Onto the beach category, I chose terracotta. If you want something that's going to transport you to that setting, you want something that's coconutty, that's suntanny, nothing suits that category more than terracotta in my collection. And last but not least, guys, is a perfume that I wear for bed, and this is Kisa Gala. Kisa Gala is from Paris Kuna, and it is inspired by Huda's Easy Bake. And I noticed that Huda now has fragrances, so I can't wait to try Easy Bake, versus this Gala, and to see whether it's going to be in the same vein. This is comforting, this is musky, this is lotiony, this is soft. It feels very, very makeup-y, it feels girly, and I love it. I just love it, guys. This is an easy one for bedtime. I find it very comforting and very soft. So that's it, guys, for the category. Those are the fragrances that I wanted to show you. I think I'm late to the party, so I'm not going to tag anyone, but if anyone is watching and they want to do this tag, of course you can go ahead and do it. Remember to give credit to Dr. Claire. She is the one who created this tag. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, that way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, guys, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.